Sadhana. Welcome to Friday Online Sadhana. Today we're going to do Basic Spinal Energy Series, which is one of the first Kriyas in teacher training manual for level 1. Sorry, I'm still getting used to this noon on Friday thing. It's kind of actually a little hard for me, but good for me. So it's a nice quick set. Just with a lot of spinal flexing and stuff and a little bit of Sat Kriya at the end. We'll go ahead and tune in. Bring your hands together. Rubbing them gently against each other to just warm up the energy a little bit, warm up the hands. This stimulates the brain. Press the hands together, bring the thumbs to the sternum, straighten your back. Lower your shoulders, bring in the chin slightly, feel the head, feel the crown, rise towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath here. And exhale. And then inhale to tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale and hold. Apply the root lock. Women, unless you're on your cycle, don't do the root lock on your cycle. Just hold the breath. And exhale. Lower your hands down to your knees. Pin your fingers into Gyan Mudra, first finger and the thumb touching. Straighten the elbows. In this position, we're going to do breath of fire. So that's a quick inhalation, exhalation out the nose with a slight belly pulse. Again, women, if you're on your cycle, don't do breath of fire. Just do long, deep breathing, or you can do a lighter breath of fire. With your eyes closed, concentrate your gaze at your third eye point. If you're not in your cycle, really continue that strong breath of fire. And if you can, just go ahead and keep up. If at any point you get dizzy, please stop and just regain your normal breath and then start the breath of fire again. But if you can, just go ahead and keep up that strong breath, navel point, that pulsing. One minute left. Inhale. Suspend the breath at the top. Apply the root lock. Hold this breath for as long as you can. Exhale whenever you need to. And just come sitting still. Check in with your body. Check in with your mind and energy. Where is it today? A little bit more relaxed, a little bit more tense, feeling totally neutral. Are there certain places in your body that have a certain amount of stress or relaxation compared to others? And for the warm-ups, I like to keep it, or for the first pranayama, the first breathing exercise of the class, I always like to keep that quiet so you can really do that check-in. But a lot of times when I do the exercise sets, I like to have a little music, and I've been playing music every once in a while during these online sadhanas, and then every once in a while, I get this little alert that I've violated some sort of copyright thing, and I'm obviously not doing this for money, and every single album that I play in here I've purchased. I own the rights to, I guess, because I purchased it on iTunes. So if there's anybody out there that's like trolling and trying to get me in trouble for some copyright stuff, just so you know, everything that I play I've purchased, and I'm not doing this for money. So all I have to do is like follow some YouTube thing and click on it and say that I own it, and then YouTube doesn't care, so it's fine. But just so you know, stay in an easy pose. You're going to bring your hands down to your shins. And you're going to go ahead and flex forward and then flex back. And then you inhale when you come forward and exhale when you go back 108 times. So just go ahead and close your eyes and count for yourself. I'm at 5, 6, 49, 50, 51, 99, 100, 101, 107, 108. Whenever you're finished, just come to the center, sitting with a straight spine. Sit as straight as you can. Shoulders relaxed, face relaxed. And relax the posture. Then you bring your hands to your, oh no, sorry, we're gonna come into rock pose. That's sitting on your heels, with your shins on the floor. You can feel those heels pressing into the sits bones. And if this position isn't available to you, you can just go ahead and stay in easy pose. You're just gonna bring your hands out to your knees instead of on your shins. So if you're in rock pose and this is comfy, you can also put a little blanket or cushion between your heels and your buttocks. You're gonna bring your hands to the tops of your knees. We're gonna do that spinal flex over, again, 108 times. So you're gonna flex forward, flex back, then you inhale forward, exhale back. So that's 2 for me, 3. And the hands stay firmly planted wherever they are. They don't move around. $49, 50. 105, 106, 107, 108 for me. And then again, when you're done, just come to the middle to a neutral spine. During this time is a really good time to practice the axial extension that I talked about once, where you just try to stretch your spine out. You try to straighten as much as you can. You have all these secondary curves in your back that happen, when you're about I think about 8 or 9. You start to develop those secondary curves in the back. So try to straighten those out. You have to engage the lower abs a little bit more. Kind of tuck the tailbone under a little bit. You really feel the crown of the head pull and that curve in the neck straighten out a little bit. Just try to get the spine as tall and as straight as possible, creating a little bit of space between each vertebra. This is another thing that, ladies, if you're in your cycle, you can feel that you're really engaging your lower abs. And if you have a problem with like menstrual cramps or something like that, and you're really sensitive down there during that time, this could be something that would maybe bring that out. You could feel that a little bit. Because to truly do the axial extension, you have to really engage the entire abdomen. And it's actually not very easy to breathe super deep. Just kind of doing a normal breath right now. Relax the posture and come back into easy pose. Bring your hands up to your shoulders with the fingers in front, thumbs in back. We're going to inhale as we twist to the left and exhale as we twist to the right 26 times. So that's 2 for me. 9, 10, 11, 4, 5, 6. Inhale to the center. Lower the hands down and just sit straight. You can have your hands on your knees with your palms up or your palms down. This just kind of means open to the energy. This just means kind of close to the energy. Both are great. Just whatever you're feeling. Just honor where you're at today. Just a quick note about that. When you have your hands up, that just means you're like kind of open to like giving and receiving energy. You're kind of ready for that exchange with the universe. And when you have your hands down, that just means you're more in like a conservation mode. You're kind of conserving and protecting your own energy. And both are totally valid. And it's a huge gift to be able to know when to conserve your energy and kind of be able to put up your healthy boundaries. So, whichever one feels best for you. And it changes for me all the time. And I like to do this one too a lot when I'm just sitting in a neutral meditative posture. And this one for me is just kind of like complete centeredness. So you're going to bring your hands into bear grip. That's with the fingers locked at chest level, about just a couple inches. And then in this position, we're going to do kind of a seesaw motion. We're going to inhale when you bring the left elbow down, and then exhale when you bring the right elbow down. So that's one for me. We're going to do 26. 9, 10, 11. And then pull in the center. Pull, pull, pull. And then exhale and relax. Again, just neutral spine, normal breathing for about 30 seconds. And slowly come back and remaining in an easy pose. Now we're going to bring our hands to the knees to do spinal flex. And again, 108. You're going to inhale forward and exhale back. Nine, 50, 51. Six, 108. Come to a neutral spine whenever you're ready. And stay in an easy pose. We're going to do some shoulder shrugs. And you're going to sit with a straight spine. And then inhale as you bring the shoulders up as close to the ears as you can without feeling any like discomfort in the neck or shoulders. And then exhale as you let them really drop. So inhale, exhale. Nice vigorous motion, not too fast, not too slow. Keep going. Almost there. And inhale up and hold. Hold, hold, hold. And exhale. Let the shoulders down. Roll them out a couple times. Rolling back. And rolling forward. Next, drop the chin to the chest. Bring the right ear to the right shoulder. Bring the head back. And the left ear to the left shoulder. And continue rolling your head in this clockwise motion. If you need to make the circle a little bit smaller because you have some pain somewhere, go ahead and do that. Even doing a really small circle of this would look kind of like this little micro movement is still highly beneficial. So this is number 4 for me. I'm just going to do 5. So this is my last one. Head to the right and then the head back. Bringing the head to the left and then back forward. And the next time your chin comes to the chest, reverse the direction. So now bring the left ear to the left shoulder. Bring the head back. Right ear to the right shoulder. And then the chin to the chest. And go ahead and continue in this counterclockwise motion. Do 4 more. Should take about 7 seconds to complete one rotation. So don't go too fast. This is 3 for me. Last one for me. So when you bring your chin down to your chest, just slowly raise your head. And then we're going to do that bear grip again, and we're going to do like a little bit of a sequence with it. So you're going to bring, again, the hands with the fingers intertwined, and the thumbs just wrapped around comfortably. When you do bear grip too, you pull a little bit. There's a little bit of tension there, so you can feel the stretch across the back and chest. So in this position, we're going to inhale, and then pull really, really hard and apply the Mul for just a second. And keeping the hands here, you exhale, release the grip, exhale all the way, empty the belly completely, and then again, apply the Mul on the complete exhale and pull. Great. Now inhale deeply. Rise the hands in this mudra over the head. Inhale, deep, deep, deep. Apply the Mul and pull. Keeping the hands up there. Exhale completely. The bottom of the exhale, hold out, apply the bond, pull. Just for a second. Then release and inhale. Bring the hands back down to chest level. Inhale deeply. Pull, move on. Exhale. Pull, move on. Inhale, rise the hands up again. Inhale, pull, 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 pull. Apply that root lock. Exhale. Pull and root lock again. And then the last cycle. Inhale in front of the chest, hands in front of the chest. Hold, pull, and put the root lock. Exhale. Pull and root lock. Inhale, hands over the head. Pull. Exhale. Pull. And inhale and relax the arms. So sorry, I was using the term interchangeably. I was saying Mul bond and root lock. And Mul bond is just the, I think it's the Sanskrit way to say root lock, because mul, or maybe it's gurmukhi, or I don't actually know, I guess. Mul, M-U-L, or sometimes spelled M-O-O-L, is root. So there's actually a mantra that we say sometimes called the Mul mantra, and it's the root mantra of like a way bigger poem, but it starts off with this core mantra, root mantra at the beginning. So Mul bond means luck, and I think Udara band is the diaphragm, and then Jaldar band is the neck lock. And so Mul band is the root lock, and that's where you pull all of the muscles on the seat, the sex organs, the anus, and the lower abdomen. That's Mul band, the root lock. So sorry, I was using those terms interchangeably. So the last thing as part of this Kriya is Sat Kriya, which is an exercise that can be done by itself, and sometimes it's tacked onto the end of other exercise sets, and it can be done as a meditation, or it can be done as a Kriya. And a Kriya is just a complete action that clears and balances all the chakras in the aura, raises the Kundalini. And if you want to do Sat Kriya on its own as a complete exercise, you just need to do it for 3 minutes. And then make sure to rest and do a Shavasana for twice as long afterwards. I think I addressed that in the video when I did like 5 short Kriyas and 4 short meditations. So you can look at that. So if you do no drugs or alcohol, if you do no recreational drugs or alcohol, you can do Sat Kriya with your palms just flat together. I mean, I guess my teacher even says that includes, like, drinking a glass of wine every once in a while with dinner. But she says it doesn't include prescription drugs. I don't know. You're gonna have to judge that for yourself. But that's the consensus among the teachers, the teacher trainers in Kundalini Yoga. Otherwise, you're going to cross your fingers with the 4 fingers sticking out in front and then the thumbs crossed. So you kind of make this little yoga gut mudra. And for women, the right pinky is on the bottom, and then the left thumb ends up being on top. So for men, the whole thing would be reversed, and the left pinky would be on the bottom, and that right finger would be on top. So assume the position. You're going to straighten the arms out, and then bring this mudra overhead. We're going to chant Sat Nam, and on the Sat, bring in the navel point. On the Nam, let it relax. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. And if you want to, you can go ahead and mute me and go ahead and go at your own pace and just regulate your breath whenever you need to. Whenever you need to, just stop and take a breath. And this mudra is directly over the crown of the head. Sat Nam, 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 Sat Nam. Inhale, hold, apply the root lock, feel the energy coming up through the spine, out through the crown of the head. Keep the arms up, exhale. Exhale, exhale. Apply the root lock again. Imagine the energy keep going up. Then inhale, slowly separate your hands and bring your fingers sweeping around the sides. Bring in the fingertips to touch the floor. Go into easy pose. Sit for a moment. Scan your body again. Check in. Body, mind, energy. Before we close, let's just get in one forward bend. So bring your eyes open, stretch your legs out in front, reach forward as far as you can. Try to keep your back as straight as possible. I haven't been keeping up on my forward bends, and if you're having some flexibility too today, but you really want to get down to the toes, just go ahead and bend your knees a little bit so you can grab the toes and press the top of the toenail. There's a meridian point there, which is why we do the yogi toe lock. And I don't know acupuncture or like Eastern medicine too well, but so I don't know what it is, but it's like a liver meridian or something. And here, just relax forward as much as you can. Deep, long breathing. Inhale, slowly roll up. I try really hard to maintain a practice of doing forward bends, and I have to admit sometimes it gets hard. And I live in New York, and I bartend for a living, and so I do a lot of walking, and I like to run, and I do a lot of hiking. So the backs of my legs can be pretty stiff from all that activity and standing too, waiting tables and bartending. It's just a lot of standing, which can make the back of your legs really stiff. And I find forward bends to be the most satisfying. Um, I always feel like I have kind of a full body workout if I really dedicate myself to a nice like forward bend for just even a couple minutes. And I like to like when I remember, I'll do a practice every once in a while I forward bend on forward just on one leg on the left leg for 5 minutes. With the other leg like in towards the groin, right? Then the other side for 5 minutes. Then the kind of a butterfly stretch for 5 minutes. Then plow, where you're kind of in shoulder stance and your legs are behind your head. And then legs together for 10 minutes or something. And so I'll build it up to like a 25 or 30-minute practice of just forward bending. And then do 1 minute of stretch pose, that abdominal strengthening with breath of fire. Because the back and the abdomens are like complementary kind of systems to each other. So if you've ever noticed, again, women, if you have like really bad cramps and it kind of weakens your abdominal muscles for a second, you'll notice that your back hurts. And it's because the two are related, because the abdomens kind of help keep the back up. And then, the back kind of helps with the abdominal stuff too, and digestion as well. So they're like very complementary. And I did this really tough set for 40 days, which I did 2 versions of for online sadhana: abdominal strengthening. I did a full time and a half time. It's actually the full time one's actually my video with the most views. So obviously, like when people are cruising like exercise videos, like that's what they're looking for. And it was a really good set. I did it for 40 days. It was really, really difficult. I took a couple days off, but I did mostly, all of it. I did 40 days of it. And it was abdominal strengthening, but it also stretched out my back because of that. And then I had like the best forward bends that whole time while I was doing that. And since I've stopped that 40-day, my forward bends have kind of been lacking because I've been slacking. So I just want to read the comments about the basic energy, spinal energy series, the Kriya that we did today. Age is measured by the flexibility of the spine. Stay young, stay flexible. This series works systematically from the base of the spine to the top. All 26 vertebrae receive stimulation, and all the chakras receive a burst of energy. This makes it a good series to do before meditation. Many people report greater mental clarity after regular practice of this Kriya. A contributing factor is the increased circulation of the spinal fluid, which is crucially linked to having good memory. In a beginner's class, all of the exercises that are repeated 108 times can be done just 24 times, and the rest period can be extended. We did full times because I actually think it's a pretty easy one to do, even if you're a complete noob. And then another thing I really like about this set is there's built-in rests between every single move. So sometimes you just kind of have to gauge that, if you know you're with a group of people who don't really have the greatest arm strength and you're doing something like a downward dog push-up for a minute and a half, you got to give people a rest after that. But I think this one has the rests built in so that you can really pay attention to the energy, because although it seems like a pretty subtle set, it's pretty powerful. And I think that's a great set to do for a 40-day. I think if you did 40 days of basic spinal energy, you'd see a lot of shifts happen in your life. So let's get to a little bit of card action. What are we going to do today? Let's do life purpose today. I love this deck. I used to be so scared of this deck because I didn't know my life purpose. But now I know my life purpose. It's to be happy and spend time with people that I love and be in nature. So it's not like it doesn't have anything, my life purpose doesn't have anything to do with earning money. I hate this new age sort of idea of life purpose has to be intertwined with career and making money. It needs to be revisited. That idea needs to be revisited a little bit. So I'm pulling a card for the past week. Just a little bit of reflection. Again, this is the Life Purpose deck from Doreen Virtue. Use a Reiki to draw the card, see which one usually feels hot. Or it kind of feels like a sound, like I have a little bit of synesthesia, and the feeling gets transferred to sound, and I'll sometimes hear a little bell. I'm hearing a couple today, but I only want to pull one because I don't want it to turn into a super long reading. That's yeah. So what did we get? Strength. Everything you've experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. Seems pretty applicable for me. I didn't have a particularly hard week, but just a lot of stuff came up. The sun went from Cancer to Leo, so we went from this period of and tons of other stuff was in Cancer at the time. This new moon in Cancer was pretty intense, and it just kind of seemed like everybody was in this mode of having to share where they are from a really deep space. Everybody was sharing and mostly deep hurt. People are really talking about how hurt they are. And sticking up for themselves. And Cancer is the sign of home and the womb and the mother and feeling safe. And it's a water sign, so that gets us deep into our emotions. And so maybe it was a really hard week for a lot of people, but I think this card is saying that, everything that you went through has just, made you stronger, right? Be grateful for just about every single thing that happens in your life, because, it's happening for a reason, I guess, if you want to look at it that way, and it's building you up and it's preparing you for something else. So the book says, you're stronger than you realize, according to this card. Your career dreams require inner resolve and courage, and you've built those qualities from your life lessons. Everything you've ever experienced has brought you to this moment, and you're more prepared than ever to start new projects and persevere to complete it. It's human nature to shy away from projects that are perceived to be difficult or that bring up fears of failure. Nonetheless, these projects are calling your name. Whether you're guided to write a book, change careers, return to school, start your own business, or present your artwork to the public, you have the strength to do so. Which path do you think will lead you to greater joy? Taking steps in the direction of your dream, even if you're unsure whether the dream is viable or whether you're taking the right steps to achieve it, or endlessly procrastinating? Which path will ultimately be more painful to experience, risking defeat or humiliation by taking action, or playing it safe? So I hope that card resonates with you. I hope you enjoyed the yoga set today. Hope you're enjoying your summer or winter if you're in the Southern Hemisphere. Because I do have some people from the Southern Hemisphere tuned in, some people from Australia. So let's go ahead and close out with the long time sun. So bring your hands together, thumbs at the sternum, straight spine, relax shoulders, take a deep breath in. Exhale. And inhale to sing. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on, guide your way on. Deep inhale. One long sat, one short no. Sat Nam. Sat Nam means I bow to the truth. I bow to your true identity. I call upon truth. So I hope that you can bring that into your day, weekend, month, year, life, and spread it out to everyone that you come in contact with. Sat Nam. Have a great weekend.